Tony Suave not only bolstered the government's case today, he had the jury cracking up, and legal experts tell me that being a likable witness can really help your credibility. While defense attorneys tried to portray the CEO of Suave Enterprises as a tough guy today who can't be intimidated by politicians, Tony Suave described himself instead as lovable. And it appeared the jury was loving this government witness. Federal prosecutors say former Detroit Mayor Kwame Kilpatrick extorted Suave by frequently using Suave's private jets without paying him back. Those pricey trips were first exposed by the 7 Action News investigators back in 2008.
Last August, the day after the 7 Action News investigators confirmed that the rubber stamping had been going on, the court stopped doing it. After we exposed the practice, the State Supreme Court Administrator's Office, or SCAO, sent this memo to all the family courts in the state, recommending they review their procedures. An SCAO official also told Wayne County's chief judge that the rubber stamping must stop. The court is now using an iPad for their on-call judge to review after-hours child removal orders electronically.
But we knew there was more to the story. How many children had been taken illegally? How long had rubber stamping been going on? Some court insiders tell us it's been happening for decades. But those are questions no one seems to want to answer.
Last fall, we asked the court in writing for all their records on removal orders going back to 2009, but they won't provide them. And guess what? The court doesn't have to because it's not subject to public information laws. After Judge Leslie Kim Smith and her boss, Chief Judge Virgil Smith, denied our many requests for information, we caught up with the juvenile court judge on her way into work.
Hi, Judge Smith. I'm Heather Catallo from Channel 7. I'd like to talk to you about the rubber stamping that's been going on in the court.
Judge Smith tried to pass us off to the court's lawyer, the same one who denied our earlier requests for information on child removal records.
And we'd like to talk to you. It was your name that was on those removal orders that was rubber stamped.
All right, well, you'll need to talk to Liz Colcap, who's the general counsel for the court.
But it was your name on those orders. Why was this allowed to happen in your court?
I understand.
Are you going to talk to us or not?
Have a good day.
The precinct, of course, is closed, but take a look up here. I want to show you. You can look through this window, and you can see how long the line is. It goes all the way down this corridor, and if you can see all the way to the end, it snakes around to the left all the way down that corridor as well. Just a few moments ago, I spoke to the last voter in line. She made it in just in time. Her name's Karen. She's at the very end. We're kind of keeping an eye on how long it's taken her to get to the front. I just walked through the line a minute ago and asked people when they got here. So when we got here earlier, it was a 2.5-hour wait. It is still a 2.5-hour wait. Kwame Kilpatrick argued passionately that he just does not trust his lawyer anymore, but the judge did not buy it, and she said Jim Thomas has to stay on this case. Now, as we were the first to report, this conflict of interest issue focuses on a witness. Well, that witness is Gasper Fiore, the owner of Boulevard and Trumbull Towing. Now, Fiore is the towing contractor cited in the indictment that charges Kilpatrick with bribery, extortion, and racketeering. Now, according to the indictment, Kilpatrick and Bobby Ferguson extorted Fiore by getting more than $90,000 from him. Now, the conflict arose because Jim Thomas represented Fiore back in 2005. But Thomas says neither he nor Kilpatrick realized that Fiore would be such a material witness for the government until a week ago on Friday when they got some grand jury testimony delivered to them. Kilpatrick told the judge that he and Thomas can't even communicate right now due to this conflict, and every conversation ends in screaming matches. But the government decided to drop the charges that involve Fiore. So the judge said there's no conflict and Thomas has to stay on the case.
Well, I think this is part of the process of moving forward. The issue was squarely put in front of the judge. She made her ruling, and now we have to get ready.
Is there really such a breakdown in the relationship as Mr. Kilpatrick described? I'm Heather Catallo from Channel 7. We need to talk to you about the Wurlitzer building. Why haven't you made that building safe? Aren't you worried that somebody could get hurt? How do you sleep at night? Why won't you talk to us about this building? Why haven't you been complying with the court's orders?
Curtis has been in violation of Colombo's orders for months. Even Wayne County took Curtis to court back in 2005, but Jazik says little progress was ever made. Curtis isn't the only downtown building owner who's in the crosshairs of the city's Building Safety and Engineering Department, accused of ignoring blight and safety violations.